What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, April 30th. Now in today's video, you may notice that Dog Bitcoin has taken a slight retracement to the downside, roughly down 6.37%. Now I want to zoom out. I think we need to see the broader scope of where Dog Bitcoin stands against Bitcoin price and where the crypto market is right now. I'm also going to share with you this article from Coinedia that reported on Dog Bitcoin as their must-watch tokens for 2025, and also they actually have a tool that is actually quite bullish. It's an indicator to tell you to buy now. What does that all mean? But also, I want to share with you an update regarding odin.fun, the integration of external runes such as Dog, and then I'll also share with you charting analysis at the very end of the video because you will understand where you are in terms of this recent bull cycle that we just experienced and how long that's going to last compared to the previous bull runs in their early stages. So let's get right into it. I don't want to waste any time. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So Dog Bitcoin has a market cap of around 268 million US dollars. Now I want to compare this to Bitcoin's price, but before we get to that, let's look at Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is actually still at around 94,000. Yesterday it was at 95,000. So it wasn't really a drastic difference. So it's down 1.22%, but let's compare it to Dog Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and put Bitcoin in comparison to Dog Bitcoin. So right now, it looks like Dog is underperforming against Bitcoin's price. But if we look over the past 7 days, we're up 53%. Over the past month, we're up even 64%. And remember, we bought down here at the recent low of around 100 million market cap. Now look over the past year. This is quite interesting. Now we're only down 18%. So basically what you're witnessing is that Dog Bitcoin, in terms of Satoshis and Sat's price, is slowly creeping up against Bitcoin's price. And so this is the reason I try to keep bringing this up over and over, is because you want to focus on data and analytics. Because if you just focus on price, you're not really understanding what's really going on. And what's really going on is that Dog Bitcoin's value in Satoshis is growing against Bitcoin's price. And it's slowly going to cross over Bitcoin's price, as we saw in the two previous events. Now let's look at Dog Bitcoin in terms of ranking. Yesterday it was roughly around 156, now it's currently around 160. It's actually one of the very few tokens that is actually doing quite well, even though Bitcoin saw a 1.22% to the downside. So it's 2.51% in the past hour. Even if you've noticed in the past 24 hours, a lot of meme coins are down just because of Bitcoin's price, just taking that slight retracement. This was at least Dogecoin, for instance, was at around 18 cents. Now it's at 17 cents, down 4.69. So this allows you to understand, like, listen, this is not the end of the bull run. This is just a nice pullback that we just saw for everything, because there could be potentially something coming up very soon. Now let's look at the Satoshi price on Magic Eden, where most of the people are buying Dog Bitcoin. Yes, over the past day, we are down 2.98%. Believe it or not, yesterday we broke 3 Satoshis, which was lovely. We haven't seen 3 Satoshis in terms of Dog's Bitcoin's price since February 1st of 2025. So today is April 30th of 2025. But if you look over the past week, we're doing quite well, up 53%. Over the past month, we're actually up 45%. So yeah, I'm not feeling at all bad about this. And sooner or later, if you look at the overall chart, we're aiming to get back to around 7, 9, 12, and then all of a sudden 14 Satoshis. That's where we really want to be. And I definitely think we're going to get there. Now here's an article from Coinedia. Now I want to read it just out loud just so you understand what they see and what I see. And this was their top 10 altcoins must watch in May 2025. Now, Dog has surged by over 85% in the last week, making it one of the most traded tokens on tier 2 platforms. With its exponential growth and the unparalleled community support, the community is curious, will Binance list Dog? Listing tokens with high trading volume, which, as we reported yesterday, Dog has a total trading volume of around $9.5 billion and growing, along with loyal communities and unstoppable enthusiasm, is critical to retaining its dominance. Dog, if listed on Binance, will be more than just another token. It will be a movement that embodies the spirit of innovation, decentralization, and community, as well as the considerable price increase. Now, I love their perspective on Dog, but let me just correct them real quick. It isn't just Binance, okay? Yes, it would be listed on Binance, but you've kind of seen what's been going on with Binance. They've been listing a lot of scammy tokens. A lot of insider trading is happening within Binance, even to this day. So if you replace Binance with Kraken, OKX, Upbit, Bybit, whatever it may be, it definitely means that right now, yes, DOG is dominating tier 2 platforms, but as Coinedia says, tier 1 can happen at any moment in time. Then I did a little deep dive using their markets.coinepedia.org website. So basically this is the same website that published that article, but they actually have a tool they can actually check out. And over the past 24 hours, you can see through the technical analysis, oscillator, and moving average. What's really amazing about all this is that they've integrated the charting and analysis of DOG Bitcoin, and they get these metrics. And every single metric from the moving average, technical analysis, and oscillator is saying buy or strong buy. And in other news, if you don't know what's going on with odin.fun, the founder, the creator of odin.fun, which is a layer 2 on top of Bitcoin, they have basically a layer 2 runes, but are going to introduce OG runes such as DOG hopefully pretty soon, made a little update. Now down below, they said, thanks again to the incredible odin.fun community for supporting us. Time to go to Valhalla together. And this in regards to their hack that happened recently, and they've installed an update with 2FA and all these other things that can increase security for the platform. Down below, it says, but let me finish testing adding external runes to odin.fun before we leave for Valhalla. So he's still trying to give an update regarding this, and I think the reason he hasn't launched OG runes such as DOG is because there's a lot of demand there, and there's another hack and DOG traders ended up getting drained on that platform, then it's pretty much going to hurt their reputation. So I think that's why they're trying to just wait to get the securitized and just kind of have it done before the launch of DOG and all these other OG runes on their platform. Now here's some crazy news. Now OG General has now made a proposal and an announcement as of today that they're going to be leaving Binance. So a lot of their funds were on Binance, but they're now proposing to leave all of that, transferring roughly around $2 million, just a small percentage, over to Hyperliquid. So apparently Hyperliquid is a little bit more decentralized compared to Binance, and a lot of people are thinking that Hyperliquid is going to capture a lot of market share from Binance. We'll see how that plays out, but regardless, OG General has made a proposal to deploy around $2 million into Hyperliquid and to speak with the team about integrating Rune's protocol and specifically listing the #1 meme coin, DOG, on their platform. So that's an amazing proposal. He's even proposed $8.5 million to the first centralized exchange to list DOG for spot trading. So thank you for OG General. So let's talk about another whale. So this is some whale movement that just happened within the hour. So there was a whale that accumulated roughly around 11 million DOG tokens. Now they have a total of 40 million tokens of DOG. That's roughly around $111,000. And this wallet, by the way, started accumulating DOG just 2 days ago. So here's the wallet address on your screen. Feel free to copy and paste it if you want to do some research for yourself. But this is kind of crazy. Now, the reason I've been reporting a lot of whale movement over the past week is because I just started noticing it. A lot of whale activity has started coming back, and why you started to see the DOG Bitcoin price started to pump. So these whales know something that we don't. Let's be very honest, it's happening. And whenever we see whale movement like this, there's a bigger movement happening beyond just retail investors. And retail has no idea what's going on. They just focus on the price, when really the big whales, or maybe some other people know some other bigger news, maybe it's a centralized exchange, maybe it's something else. They are getting ready to accumulate these DOG Bitcoins to get ready for the next bull run. So let's go and look into the charting and analysis. Now, what am I noticing here? Okay, so this is where DOG's price is right now. Roughly around, like we said, $268 million. Now we see two red candlesticks, as you can see right around here, these two red candlesticks. They're not close to each other, but this is a pullback. This is a minor consolidation. Now, when we look at this bull flag right here, why am I creating that bull flag? Well, it's because we had it happen previously 2 other times, right back over here in October of 2024 and right over here in May of 2024. And every time we saw a bull flag in both of those scenarios, we were followed by another rally. So notice that there's always an extreme pump and then consolidation before the next pump to the upside. Now, how many days did it take for that to happen from the pump and then consolidated and then pumped again? Well, this one took roughly around 17 days, the very first one. Then the second one took around 25 days before it saw its next pump. Where are we at right now? We're only 6 days in. So you must be wondering, what do I do, Vincent? Like, I'm scared. Like, right now, this dog price is going down. Is this the pump and then it's the end? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we focus on data and analytics, because you're only 6 days into the pump. You have to wait at least 17 days, at least 25 days to even see anything. So as I mentioned before over and over, this orange zone right here is the buy zone. You should be dollar cost averaging, not financial advice, but this is just how the game is played. When you're looking at the 200-day and 50-day moving average, it's obviously telling us that the 50-day moving average, which is this orange line right here, is curving. This curvature is showing us that right now it's heading back up. Eventually, this is going to cross the 200-day moving average, which is the green line, to form a golden cross. Even in the MACD, it's sharing with us that we're in the buyer's market, and eventually the top that could potentially happen is right around here. We have so much room before we even get there, and it may not even stop there. It can even go any higher, all the way up over here, which we saw back in the bull run, the very first bull run, when we hit 970 million market cap. So when you're looking at this MACD and you're looking at this price, yes, you're going to see some consolidation. You're going to see people either liquidate their position, dollar cost average, but it's going to be like a bull versus bear movement, right? The market right now is just trying to find its place. But while it's consolidating, you're probably going to see more whales accumulate more while retail is shaken out, because retail think that this is the last pump. So they're going to exit out of their position and never buy back in, when in fact the price is going to continue to go up, and that's where whales tend to prosper. That's how we end up prospering. That's just kind of how the game is played. So in conclusion and statement, when we look at the dog Bitcoin price, we're not shaking out. Whales, we tend to accumulate. I've shared with you on a timely basis all the whales that have been accumulating, all the on-chain data, and all the indicators, even from Coinedia, sharing with you, this is the buying moment. So really, what are you going to actually do? And this is kind of something that you need to gauge for yourself as a trader. Now, if you want to get more updates regarding Dog of the Moon, and I know this is a short video, but there's not really much I need to tell you. I just want to share with you what's been going on a daily basis, and don't worry, I'll be updating you tomorrow. But until then, you need to gauge for yourself what you're going to be doing for your strategies, but now you know the broader scope of things for Dog Bitcoin. So by supporting this channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog of the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.